Welcome back to Show Everything Down Under. I'm Doug. Here I am in an echo room down here in Bordertown at a B&B called Hank and Harold's. Lovely place to stay at. It's Sunday afternoon. My last shave was Wednesday morning, and I've put the shave off because I was that stressed out about the sale of my shop. I cut myself on the chin, and it's taken about 4 days to heal up. So the sale's gone through. I'm finally out, and I feel good about it, people. I thought I would miss it to some degree, or, feel a bit sad about it to some degree, but it just hasn't happened. I think it's just a lot of relief that it's finally begun and I'm out. Wasn't without hiccups. One of them was the landlord threw in a huge curveball. Right near on the Tuesday, the final day was a Thursday, and then on the Tuesday he threw in a curveball. Bit of blackmail. Probably the best way to describe it. Penny pinching is another way you could describe it. Got the 74 in here again. This is its 6th shave. And it's still razor sharp. But it's just mowing through this, 5-day growth. If you wonder what I'm using, it's Trail Tobacco by McDuff Soaps. Seen this one before. One of my favourites. So the blackmail you're thinking about, what did he do? Just got to be careful over the chin. Trying to avoid it. So what happened was, back in February 2020, which is the last month of summer in Australia, in South Australia, we had a huge tropical storm, which is unusual. We're so far south from the equator. And we had this huge downpour of rain, which a local came in a few days later who said he's got a rain gauge in his garden, and he reckons we had 15 mil of rain in 10 minutes. So anyway, the box guttering around the building failed, and it overflowed into the ceiling in both shops, and the ceilings collapsed. Not the whole ceiling, but probably 30%. So I had a lot of stock damage. Landlord was very apologetic at the time. And he said, look, Doug, really sorry about this. I'll claim all your stock on my insurance, so you don't have to worry about it. I thought, fair enough, that's a nice thing to do. And so we left it at that. Anyway, let's just say 5 months. It's hard to remember now. About 5 months passed, and still no insurance claim. He hadn't done anything. So I said, look, I need to replace this stock. So how about I'll give you an invoice of what the wholesale pricing is. And we agreed, and he said, take it out of the next rent, which I did. So it was basically $1,100. Thought nothing of it. Forgot all about it, to be honest with you. Until last Tuesday, 2 days before handover, I get an email from the landlord saying he's now lodging the insurance claim for the stock, and if they won't pay him, I'll have to lodge it with my insurance, and if that doesn't win, I've got to pay him back. And if I don't pay him, he's not going to sign the transfer of the lease over to the new owner. So I guess you call that blackmail. So unbeknownst to me, earlier that day he had contacted the new seller and told him the same story, saying withhold some of $5,000 of the sale agreement so if I don't pay, he can use that money to pay the landlord to get the signature on the transfer, the lease transfer. Just so happened I was meeting the new owner that night, and he came in, and first thing he said is, what's going on with this landlord? And I just looked at him like, you tell me, like, what's he said to you? And so the new landlord, not only was he blackmailing us or blackmailing me, he was playing us off against each other. So the new owner, he's not happy, and I understand that. He wasn't angry with me, he wasn't upset with me, just he couldn't believe he'd been dragged into a situation that wasn't any of his business. Now I agree. So to cut the story short, I went home That's not even cutting it short. But I went home and spoke with my partner about the legalities of it all. She said, look, call his bluff if you want, and if he wants to go legal, we can do that, and we'll win. But head fuck, as you'd understand. And I knew the new owner wasn't in the mood for that. So the next day I rang up the landlord and said, look mate, I'll just pay the money. Sometimes you've got to swallow your pride, because it was just going to be the quickest thing to get the deal over the line. He was like, the landlord was on the other end of the phone like, oh, so I see what you do, you just want to get it over and done with. And I'm like, what do you reckon, Einstein? So that's it. Commercial landlords. Vermin. Money-hungry vermin. Should be shot. So much slickness with this soap. So I'm out. Can't say I thought I would feel some sort of sadness, but nah, I felt nothing. I still haven't relaxed. I still feel tense. And I think that's going to take a few weeks to unwind, for me to unwind. I'm still covering 2 other employees at the bottle shop, which is cool. But what I'm really looking forward to is when those 2 fellas start picking up some hours again. And I can just sit home and just go, just let the Zen take over. So it's just a bit of a hit and run down here to Border Town. Like I worked through to 8 o'clock last night in the bottle shop. And then I drove to Keith, where my partner and his sister's friend were staying for the night, because they went to some sort of cabaret thing that was in the town there. So Keith, a straight drive is 2 hours. And, I stopped, broke it up halfway, went into a big servo in the big petrol station in the middle of nowhere, and kicked back with a coffee. But I like driving, and that was sort of relaxing. I was driving at night on pitch black roads, and that's cool. I enjoy it. Aristocrat, sorry, held up to the mirror. Aristocrat Slim. Maybe who knows where this camera lens is. There it is there. Exactly the same as the Slim, I believe. There may be a slight difference in the blade gap to the standard Slim, but otherwise it's all the same design. Yeah, so it was a pretty bad cut on my chin. It was actually a bit of a slash, and then it dug in. I think I caught it with the corner of the blade. I was just that stressed out on Wednesday, like so much going through my head. That lapse of concentration. Okay. So there we have it. That's a beautiful smooth shave. It's actually the first shave I've had with the 74. I've had absolutely no razor burn. So the 74 is not my favourite blade by a long way. That is BBS. But the 6th shave with the blade, a little bit of a nick down there, which is nothing unusual actually. But for me, this blade is finally settling down. And I think from here onward should be quite a joy to shave with. I think I'll probably get about another 10 more shaves with the blade. Here we go. The trail tobacco splash. So this stuff smells magnificent. As I've always said, smells like coffee in the morning. So good. So no alcohol. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So that's the story of my last couple of days of owning my shop, the sale of it. Emotionally, and it took a lot out of me. There was a lot of stuff that both me and the new owner were just catching up on, like cramming in, because 5 weeks just went like that. 1 minute I'm sitting there thinking, man, 5 more weeks to go. Come on. And the next thing is like, there's 4 days to go. We've got to tie off these loose ends. And then it was like that. And then the landlord chimes in like that, like a effing bastard. God, I don't know. I hope I never see him again. Oh, it's shocking. Anyway, I couldn't do a shave in the shop, just had absolutely no time. And after Wednesday, I couldn't shave again till that had healed up. But I've got some footage that you may have seen earlier in this video. I'm about to tack it on now, one of the two. So you just have a quick look at what it was like inside the shop. And also from outside as well. And yeah, so you just put a picture to what I've been talking about since I started these videos, these shave videos. Okay, I'll run. This has probably gone on for quite a while, this vid. Glad you enjoyed my last video with that single ring unboxing. That was a beautiful razor, and how the hell that has survived in that condition is just mind-boggling. Stick around. This will be, although it's Sunday, I'll probably be about Tuesday or Monday night Australia time, which I'll be able to upload it. Got the new phone going here, 22 Ultra Samsung, so got to work out how to do that because there's no cable with a USB into it. So obviously I've got to upload it somewhere and then bring it back down. And another unboxing video this Wednesday. Thanks for sticking around. Please hit the like button, and everyone take care, and we'll catch up with you on Wednesday for the unboxing, and then next Friday for my next shave video, where I'll be back home and hopefully a bit more relaxed and chilled out. Okay people, take care. Ciao for now.